Hi guys, Kaychak here, World of Warcraft Billionaire. Today we're looking at a farming route that you can run that has multiple rare items, some of which I've sold for over 1 million gold each in the past. You can run this route once a day, per character, and it usually takes somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes. You could run repeated laps, but after the first time you've done it, it does lose value. This is because some of the rarest stuff you can get from this is a once daily chance. The ideal setup would be that you're just leaving one or more characters that you don't use logged out here, and you just log in every day and quickly run the route, and then there is no travel time getting here, making everything so much more efficient. Level 70 characters are ideal if possible, as it makes all the mobs grey to you, and it just makes it so you can avoid the majority of them so much easier, making the whole thing quite a lot faster. As you can see from the footage here, we are in Korthia in Shadowlands. You can see here I'm grabbing any more Morsong caches that do come up whilst I'm running the route. You should get at least one, but two is possible. We'll talk about these in a bit. You can completely skip the other chests, the relic caches, if you want. These can drop a pattern, but it's super low drop rate and it's not very good. We're going to check for two rares. We're looking for Croak, who patrols around this area as he drops Croak's Gleaming Spaulders. Don't confuse these with the bind on pickup ones that he drops. These are bind on equip and can be sold on the auction house for around 50 to 150k. I could swear in Shadowlands this guy used to be up every single day, but it doesn't seem like that's the case anymore, so if he's not here, then just move on. Consumption is the next rare we are looking at, and he can drop the Death Enveloped Shoulder Spikes, which sell for a similar price to Croak's. Now if you played when this patch was current content, you know that this rare has one of the most annoying mechanics that Blizzard has ever put on a mob in the game. He spawns in the cave and he eats the critters around him and gets a stacking buff. Once he hits 40 stacks, he will move out the cave and eventually respawn as a rare. The shoulders only drop from him when he's in his rare form. This used to be a nightmare as someone would always kill him before he transformed. Now, obviously, this isn't current content. It's not so much of an issue, as you'll probably be here by yourself, because most of us who played in Shadowlands get PTSD triggered whenever we get this close to the moor. Once again, this guy doesn't spawn every day, so just quickly check here. If he's not up, then simply move on to the next part. Next, we are heading to the Spectral bound chest. This is the one that you can do daily, and you need to click the 3 keys on the ground to unlock, with each of these having 4 potential spawn locations every day. Most treasure add-ons will show you the spawn locations, and as a level 70 it's super easy to avoid the aggro range on the mobs, so this is really super fast to do compared to how long it took when it was current content. This chest seems to have some of the best drop chances for the super rare Korthia Transmog Shoulders, and some of these I've sold for over 1 million gold each. Even the ones that are not quite so rare go for 250k plus each. The reason we are grabbing any more Morsong caches we find as we run around is because they also have a chance to drop the super valuable transmog. This isn't fake value. I have sold loads of these at these prices, but it is transmog, so it does take a little time to turn this into the gold. Lastly, we're going to run down to the southwest of the island, and we're looking for piles of bones to loot. Now importantly, these do not show up on the minimap, so you have to manually look for them, and they just look like regular treasures with the purple outline on them. You can see here the various spawn locations, and if you check all of them every time you run this, you should get 2 or 1 if you're super unlucky. There are 2 potential recipe drops that we can get from here. Bone meal bread is a fairly common drop, but there are barely any of them on the auction house across the entire US region, but it's not worth a huge amount simply because it doesn't do a lot. I imagine it's mostly completionists that are picking it up. That being said, I've sold many of these for 30k each. The rarer drop from the piles of bones is the pattern for the Pallid Flute Bone, which is a leather working crafted toy. Now this one does sell better. I have never tried selling these for the 1 million gold that many of these are listed for, and I think you'd be insanely lucky to get that much for one of these, but I have sold these at around 100k each many times. There are so few of either of these recipes that you can easily list them on the auction house on any server and have zero competition in selling them. That is pretty much it. The whole route takes very little time, but it's hitting a lot of different stuff that you can sell for a decent amount of gold, even 1 million gold plus if you get super lucky. Works best on that level 70s logged out here, so no travel time, and you can just run around, do the whole thing, 5-10 minutes like we said, and avoid the vast majority of the mobs. Good luck on the drops, thanks for watching guys, and see you next time.